Remember when we went to Florida and I broke a toilet?
Yeah, we should tell that story. Have we ever told that story? I think we told it on the Behind the Scenes podcast.
That is a hell of a story.
All right, so let me preface this. This is a very good behind the scenes story. So, we were in Miami.
On the drive down, 9 hours?
Something like that. It was a good long trip.
And I've got so many food allergies, I can't eat pretty much anywhere. Like I brought like a cold steak at one point. It was like eating steak and had like potato chips.
But that's pretty typical Richard.
And tons of like these protein bars. I had like 3 or 4 that day.
Yes, you were eating a lot of protein bars. But that's yes. By the way, this is called the potato story.
Oh God.
You'll find out why.
You'll find out why it's about a potato.
So, we arrive at our lovely Airbnb. It's nighttime. Wasn't it nighttime when we arrived? Yeah.
We showed up at night, yeah.
And I went to go use the toilet as one does, and I remember sitting down on the toilet and saying, I hate when toilets are small.
You said short.
Yeah. You know when a toilet's really short? The toilet in my bathroom at home is short, and it sucks. But I have a squatty potty,
so it fixes
which kind of helps because you don't need as much, like, you're kind of, like, lifting everything up, so you don't need as much, like, space
girls
this way.
Don't have to deal with this as much as guys, but basically a short toilet means when your butt and your balls can't fit in the toilet at the same time.
Yeah, like,
when your boy parts, like, hang they, like, hang out the front of the toilet, like not like if you were to you have to like re-angle it if you pee, you know.
You have to like point it down.
Yeah, you gotta be like, I'm pressing that one
and
down.
Luckily most of those types of toilets are like kind of old, and most like modern toilets are like longer. Yeah. So anyway, they're more circular rather than like ovalish.
Yeah,
so
anyways, that was
I
something
remember
you noticed. You're like, this is
I noticed it, and I even vocalized it. I said out loud, I was like, "Ah, man, they got a short toilet. I hate short toilets," or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think we even like had like a mini conversation about it, like maybe like just a short one. And also, Jalila was with us too. So it's me, Richard, and Jalila in this Airbnb.
That was almost exactly this time last year. Take that back.
Yeah, because it was World Race.
It was May. It was May because it was her birthday.
Oh yeah. Anyways, we were all sleeping in the same bed. It was great. We were sharing a bed. No, I'm just kidding.
Poly life.
What
up, Kat? If you want to know more,
but Richard's the main, and like me and Jalila don't do anything together.
If you want to know more about polyamory, go on Andrew's podcast and look up the episode with Katia Sarmiento. Thank you.
Yeah, Cadillac
the most
Sacramento.
Recent one though.
Yeah, the most recent one.
She's the girl with purple hair. It's the purple hair episode.
Yeah, Cadillac Sacramento on video on YouTube.
Yeah,
you can watch it. Anyways, I actually recommended that to someone just the other day. But anyways, to move the story along, so the next morning, Richard is making some food, some eggs or something in the kitchen, and I believe you said something along the lines of, I think I just shit myself.
Yep.
Which wasn't uncommon for that time because, like you said, you had been defecating in your pants quite often those days.
I was having a lot of digestive problems.
And it was mainly probably due to the Cliff Bar situation. You were eating lots of Cliff Bars and all kinds of stuff. Anyways, this wasn't uncommon, and this had actually happened another time, like kind of recently, where Richard was like, I shit myself.
But it was only like...
I know. Yeah. So we're in his apartment, we're in his condo, and Richard goes, I shit myself. And I think me and Jalila were there, and he kind of like, he had shorts on, and he kind of like did one of these with his shorts.
I like jiggled my underwear and my shorts.
And like a little turd like fell on the ground and it like plopped. And we were all just busted out laughing. Died laughing because Richard literally dropped a turd on the ground. Like, and this was, by the way, like a week before or something like that. This was back home in Atlanta.
It straight up went splat. And I'm like, man.
So Richard in Miami, he's like, think I just shit myself. And he goes to pull the same joke again.
The same move.
And me and Julia are like, oh no, don't do it, whatever. And he goes to shake out his little turd, but this was no little turd.
Look at these microphones.
This was a potato. And it fell to the ground with some terminal velocity.
With some force. It went... Listen. Is an accurate sound.
It didn't just plop to the ground. It sounded like a potato dropping to the ground. Made a plop.
And a thump. And again.
And it didn't like splat and like spread out. It was just like dunk. Like a rock. Like it was dense as fuck. Like you could just tell. So anyways,
I couldn't believe something like that came out of my butthole. I was impressed.
Like a Coke can.
I was very impressed. I'm like, did that just come out of my body? So
how did it come out without you even like noticing too? That's the funny part.
I didn't notice. So they're freaking out and screaming. I reach down with a paper towel, grab it, throw it in the trash.
Well, no. With
the intention of tying up the trash and throwing it outside. Jalila and Andrew go, oh my God, don't throw it in the trash. That's disgusting. Put it in the toilet. So I grab it out of the toilet.
And you had wrapped it in paper towel, so it was like a little turd ball.
Threw it in the toilet and flushed, and it got very...
we didn't know. You just flushed it.
I just flushed it. End of story. Went to take a shower because I had crap all over my legs. And the worst part is, when I was showering, I shit even more. And I'm like, what am I going to do with turds in the shower? Ah, yes, the handy-dandy waffle stomp, where you just stomp it down the drain like a waffle fry. And I just waffle stomped it as far as I could waffle stomp it. Ew. So I
new vocabulary word, kids, waffle stomp.
So I'm pushing all the turds down. And like the bottom of my feet have turds.
And you're just in the bathroom. Like,
no one knows what's happening.
Me and Jalila are like still eating breakfast. Like we're like, that was funny about the potato.
Stomping it down. And eventually it gets all cleared. I get out of the shower to like pee or something. And then I flush. And the bowl fills all the way to the top. And I'm like, oh no, clogged it. Let me grab the plunger.
The potato clogged
I'm going to start plunging it. So I started plunging it, and when I was plunging it, the water started shooting into the bathtub. It went and was all the shit that I waffle stomped is now being sprayed back up
into the shower.
Plus,
so the shower has shit water in it. And the toilet is clogged
with shit water, and it's so clogged we can't even undo it with a plunger. We all three try, and we're like, we gotta call our Airbnb host and be like, hey, we're going to pretend like we didn't just do something terrible, but we did something terrible.
The toilet clogged, and when we plunged it, now there's shit water in our shower. Come fix it, Daddy.
Wow. So they came very, very fast.
Very promptly. Like, and we left the premises very quickly.
We were leaving to go down to Wynwood to meet up with Diane. And so they do their thing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we were whatever.
They didn't mention anything to us. Everything was dandy. And we got back home that night, and we were like, oh cool, look, they fixed it.
We went to flush. We were like, it's flushing. The shower's clean, looks good.
And we were like,
and I'm like, why are there stickers? Did they put stickers?
There was a piece of tape or something on the handle.
Yeah.
We were like, why is there a piece of tape on the handle?
And we were also looking around, there was like stickers on it. I'm like, why didn't they put stickers on it? Like,
yeah, I didn't notice the stickers. I was more just like, oh cool, they fixed the toilet and there's like a piece of tape or whatever. And then later I went to the bathroom again. I went to poop, and I was like,
yes,
because also I had like suppressed it all day. I think I eventually went somewhere else because I couldn't go at the place. I also couldn't shower.
We also got flooded out in Wynwood.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. We'll tell that story in a second.
Flash flood, seriously, like 3 feet of water in the streets. Like it was up to my seat cushion.
Yeah. So I'm sitting on the toilet, and I go, hey guys, didn't I make a comment about how this toilet was short? Or am I tripping? And they were like, yeah, you did. You did make that comment. And I looked down and I go, this isn't the same toilet.
This is a new toilet.
They had to get a new toilet. Richard broke the entire toilet.
Potato broke it. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud that I had a turd that broke a toilet. And that explained the stickers. It was because it was a new toilet.
It was a brand new toilet that they hooked up.
Brand new toilet.
And yeah, that was a very fun story about the potato shit.
Yeah, but...
Has that happened in any similar potato instances?
Never broken a toilet, but I've had to waffle stomp before. Waffle stomp is for emergency purposes only.
Yeah, of course.
I don't recommend the waffle stomp, but it's... If you're ever in the shower and a little turd pops out and it's too mushy to pick up and just throw in the trash or throw in the toilet,
you just got to do the handy dandy waffle stomp.
Stomp it. Yep.
I saw this meme. It was like on like this Call Her Daddy meme page or something. And it was like, "Help, mom, come pick me up. I clogged my boyfriend's toilet, and and the turd was so big I had to reach in and grab it out, and I wrapped it in toilet paper and I threw it out the window and it landed on his car. And I tried to blame it on the cat, but it had some toilet paper on it, so now he won't stop asking me about it."
I heard a story where a girl did the same thing, but she put it in her purse.
Oh,
She wrapped it up in toilet paper and put it in her purse.
Oh, you hate to see it. Oh, oh,
Why?
no.
A lot of people are ashamed of their poop. And imagine if you brought a girl over and you were trying to smash. And she's like, "I'm gonna go use the little girl's room," and then you go in later to pee and there's a big fat turd in there. You're like, "Ooh,"
Because she clogged the toilet.
yeah.
Yeah, I've
I'd probably,
a lot of girls
I'd
like
probably clap. I'd be like, "Bravo."
bravo. Doesn't hold up to the potato. I have a similar potato story. I mean, now that we're on the topic of it,
We're here to have a silly goose time, guys.
we're having a silly goose time.
If you're
on this
enjoying
podcast.
this, I'm going to plug it again. Behind the Scenes podcast
There was
is
this,
very much
there
like
was,
this a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll tell two quick ones. One was when I was in high school. We walked in the bathroom and there's just this smell, just this nasty smell. And we're like, what the heck? And this kid goes, "Oh, what the heck?" And we're like, what? And we run down, and like this was during class somehow. Like just a bunch of kids were like in the bathroom, and we go down to the handicap stall, and someone had laid a giant turd next to the toilet, just on the ground,
Not in the toilet.
not in the toilet, and it was just sitting there on the ground, no evidence, no nothing, just a barren naked log just sitting there.
Oh, man.
And we all just freaked out and thought it was the funniest thing ever and took a bunch of pictures and sent it around the school. The second story, that was a quickie. The second story was one time I went to this like church camp or something like that. It was like a church retreat. And we show up to this place and we're kind of like, we're like all excited. We're checking out the bunks, checking out our, cabins for the week. We're looking in the bathrooms. We go to this one stall and there is a potato.
A mountain.
It was one single log, but it was the thickness of the potato, but about like 3 times as long. Like, and I'm not exaggerating.
Wow.
It was the biggest turd I've ever seen in my life.
Big turd for a big boy.
The reason why this was so weird was not because of like how big it was, but because it was like, the hole at the bottom of the toilet, it took up the whole circumference of that hole.
Wow.
Like it was large. There was not a single sheet of toilet paper on the water, and we had just arrived.
Maybe it was like a maintenance guy.
But why would there be that big of a log and no TP?
I don't know, man. People are courageous sometimes, especially
had-
bigger folks.
So of course we took it into our own hands to fix the problem.
Chop it up with a knife.
We had a coat hanger.
Did you ever hear the
We
poop?
had a coat hanger. Yes, I've heard the poop knife story. We'll tell that in a second. We had a coat hanger and we broke it up, and it was the grossest thing I've ever done in my life. You want to tell the poop knife
I'm
story?
gonna tell the poop knife story. So there was a guy
on Reddit.
That said growing up, him and his family used to have really hefty poops, and it wasn't.
They were a large family.
They were a large family, and it wasn't uncommon for them
to clog toilets.
And then they would. Their mom had a knife in the laundry room. That
was called the poop knife.
That was the poop knife. That was it specifically for chopping up turds, and it would go down the toilet. So he dates this girl, gets married, starts living with her, and clogs the toilet. And he goes,
I think he goes,
hey,
I clogged the toilet. Where's your poop knife?
He said, "Where's your poop knife?" Or he said, "Where's the poop knife?" And she goes, "Poop knife?" He goes, "Yeah, the knife that I keep in the
knife that you keep when you clog the toilet to cut up your poop."
Yeah, the one I keep in the laundry room. And she goes, "I use that to open up packages, and I use that knife around the house to like cut things." She goes, "A poop knife?" He goes, "Yeah, your family not have a poop knife?" And she goes, "No, what are you talking about?" And he goes, "Yeah, that knife that I keep in the laundry room is for when I take big poops and I have to cut it up so it flushes down." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I've been using this knife
to clean my teeth." No, I'm just kidding.
to do all these things around the house.
That's like when Khaled was telling us about his grandma that you'd use the bidet towel
And then he
wiped his face with it.
I went, No way.
Yeah, disgusting.
Gross, man.
I have a story, dude. This is foul.
Keep them
So,
coming.
Dude,
We've
so,
already grossed everyone out. If you're still listening, what up?
so I was in boarding school for like a year, right?
Uh-huh.
I can't wait for the comment section on
Dude, okay, so I was in Missouri, and they had this thing at McDonald's called the triple cheeseburger. It was like a regular cheeseburger with just like three.
3 patties and 3 pieces of cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, dude, so you have to do these tasks, and you can sometimes get rewards. And there was this weird task on like one of the announcements board. It was like, hey, toilets clogged at like this hallway, and so someone did an upper decker. You know
Oh
what an upper
no!
I know what an upper decker is.
It's
Please explain it to the audience so they know what an upper decker
so an
is.
upper decker is there's the the toilet, and then there's the tank. The tank, if there's water that refills the toilet. If you poop in there, you're gonna refill the toilet with
Poop water.
more poop.
and most people won't discover the turd in there until they realize that there's a problem and there's just been a poop sitting in their tank.
Yeah, because every time you flush, more poop comes in.
And it's not like the hole in the tank is big enough for a poop. It's just for water.
It's got to dissolve.
So there was a reward that we could get a free like dinner from anywhere, and I was like really digging like getting a McDonald's triple cheeseburger.
You were so
had
you were
all
so
the
sick of
restaurants.
so sick of the cafeteria food at boarding school that you were watching the commercial for the triple decker
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm gonna clean this upper decker
So you
for a
needed to do
triple
an
decker.
upper
Yeah,
decker
yeah.
for a triple decker.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And so I was like, all right, I'll do it. And so, dude, I kid you not, I like put on these gloves, picked up someone else's
Oh.
poop, and like put it in a trash can. And I did that for like 2 hours
Why was it so long?
because like I had to like refill it, and also because it kept refilling in the toilet too, so I had to clean out the toilet and the tank. It took so
So
long.
whoever did the upper decker succeeded then.
Oh yeah.
They succeeded.
wow.
I found out it was my roommate, and I was hella mad.
Oh,
But
shit.
you got a triple decker out
top,
of it. So.
top 10 anime betrayals of all
Oh
time.
yeah. So I got my triple decker, but did not want to eat it.
Oh, man. That's foul. I've got another poop story, but I feel like
We're done. No more
Yeah, I
poop
feel like
stories.
we're this.
What I
all
want
I
to
have to say is don't ever let kids sit on the fountain at pools. I was a lifeguard at a camp, and they would sit with their butts giving themselves enemas with the little fountains at pools. You know how there's like little fountains? Yeah. Don't let kids do that.
Wow.
Don't let them do that. Number one, they think it feels good, and number two, it will not end well for anyone at that pool.
No.
And you won't even know that it happened because
Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you'd like to see the full episode, click right here. If you'd like to subscribe, click here. If you'd like more clips, we got 2 more right over here.